So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Falcon Contracting and Jam's Boxing Chat. And with me now, I've got a special guest, all the way from the States, Hailey Pennington. How you doing, Hailey?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you.
Yeah, really good. It's a pleasure to have you on. And as I say, the perfect time, surely, to be in boxing.
Yeah, for sure. Women's boxing is really on the rise right now. And it's very, very, very exciting.
No, cool. So for people that don't know you, you're off to a flying start in your pro career. But where did it all start? When did young Hailey stick her gloves on?
So my story is a little bit different. I've always been around the boxing gym. My dad and my uncle both always were like in it, involved in it. We actually had a family gym, but I thought boxing was the stupidest thing that anybody could have ever done. My dad would be like, if you would do it now, you could be a world champion by the time you hit my age. Nope, didn't want to do it. I'm like, why do two people want to get into the ring and just punch each other? So as time went on, when I got to my senior year in high school, I was in a house fire, and I moved in with my uncle that boxes, Don Pennington. And I don't know, just being around him, he was still fighting at the time. And I'm just like, when you almost, the whole house fire thing happened, and I was really grateful to be alive. And I'm like, if I would have lost my life right then and there, nobody would have known me as anything but the senior girl in high school that, nothing. So I was just trying to find a purpose, and it all kind of just, all lined up kind of perfectly. He was getting ready for another pro fight, and I was like, hey, can I come to the boxing gym and check it out? Because unfortunately, throughout school, I'd gotten into some fist fights and stuff, but it was always over me.
No, really?
Yeah. But it was always over me taking up for somebody else because I don't like the whole bullying thing. So I started going to the boxing gym, and I actually started to get ready for this local West Virginia tournament called the Tough Man Contest. It's just 3 1-minute rounds. It's amateur, not USA boxing, but it's West Virginia sanctioned amateur. And if you win, you win $1,000. So I was like, you know what, 18-year-old me, I'm going to go try it. Well, I got beat my first 3 Tough Mans. And I came back that next year, and I won 3 in a row. And then from there, I started to box, the local competition that was around here. But I just seemed to, I outgrew it, I guess is what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
more of a competition. So I eventually switched over to USA Boxing, and I drove, an hour to get to the gym in Portsmouth, Ohio, called Hard Knocks, that trained me throughout my USA Boxing career. And within the first year, we got me to number 3 in the country. And then I held number 2 in the country for a little bit at around like 146 weight class. So that's what got me here today. And then fast forward in time, I decided my dad actually helped me open up a boxing gym down here in Huntington because he wanted me just pro to be able to have anywhere to go, to be able to train, not have to worry about driving an hour away to be able to get into a gym. So right now that's what I'm doing. I'm, training, coaching, running a boxing gym, all this other different stuff. But now we're just waiting to see what this pro career has, signed up for me. Right now I am signed with a manager, Gwen Legge, from boxing. Yeah. And she seems to be really, really, she's awesome. She's great. And I really, really, really actually like having a female manager. I like having the female manager and the female boxer. I think it's a very, very good duo. Because I do think women are starting, I don't want to say take over the boxing world, but we most definitely are up there, I feel like, with the men. And I think now people are starting to see how entertaining we actually are as well. Like, it's not just 2 girls going out there and fighting off of emotions and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, we actually have skill. They're skillful, very, very, very talented, gifted girls out here.
No, 100%. I could end the interview there because I think you covered everything. You said everything, and absolutely spot on, Hailey. And especially with Gwen, big shout out to Gwen. She's a cracking manager. She is a woman that will have your back 100%. I've spoke to Gwen several times, and you know what? She will, as I say, fight your corner. She'll get you the fights you deserve. She'll get you to the place you want to be. She works for the fighter, and I think that's the best thing about her is the fact that there's so many managers out there that are in it for themselves, and Gwen is one of those managers who is totally the opposite.
Yeah, I've had some complications at the beginning of my pro career. I'm not gonna expose the promoters or the businesses because it is what But I had a couple things fall through, and then I eventually just decided that I would just go on this on my own until somebody that, I felt like was worthy enough, to pick me up would come and pick me up, and, I prayed on it and stuff. And then Gwen just kind of fell in my lap. I have a really great gym a couple hours away from me called House Kept of Best Secrets. And they have a great coach there, Coach Reed, that I will be working with throughout my pro career. So everybody's kind of locked in on the same page now. And we're looking to get me something in March and April-ish, so to really start kicking off this new year.
Well, as I say, what a start to your pro career. 2 fights, 2 wins, 2 knockouts. Yeah. Come on, Hailey. Give yourself some credit. No, that's the dream start, surely.
Yeah, I know, but I'm ready to pick up a little bit of the competition now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, but I can't toot my own horn until I actually feel like
I like that.
Yeah, like, this is somebody, that actually can feel, proud and, happy to beat. Because when you go in there, your first couple pro fights, it's like that with everybody. You're just getting the feel of it. And when you see somebody, like, just so easy, I'm just like, how, like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if that even makes sense. Like, I like a challenge, and that's what boxing does for me, is keep me, that's why I stay engaged, because it is a challenge, and it is challenging. And that's why I think Gwen's going to be a really great fit, because I think she's going to throw a lot of challenges my way, but I think we're going to conquer a lot of them.
Yeah, no, 100%. And as I say, I think she's the perfect person for it. But at the same time, you're the perfect person for her. She wants someone that's hungry, dedicated, someone that really wants to get stuck in. And I think you're being a bit tough on yourself, because you can only beat who's in front of you. And you've had 2 opponents, and you've got your 2 wins. Some people slip up on the debut because pressure, and there's a lot of emotions, and friends and family are there, and all those factors are in there, and you've got the job done twice in perfect fashion. That, hats off to you, Hailey. That's a real good achievement.
Yeah, I really do appreciate it. And I guess I can pat myself in the back. But what I'm saying is,
there's more to come.
Therefore, I want more. So therefore, there's more to come, and then there will be bigger things for me to actually be like, yeah, this is what we're doing. So right now, I'm just hungry, and I just want it. Like, I want to be the one that's on TV that people watch. I want that.
So, well, you've got the manager for it. Honestly.
Great.
Like Jam said, big up Joel and Hailey. Big shout out to Jam in the UK. He's put 2 fights, 2 wins, 2 knockouts. That's some start to your pro career. And Håkan, all the way from Sweden. Good evening, Joel and Hailey. And Joe, great channel. Thank you very much, Joe. What's your best weight, Hailey? Says Jam.
So, honestly, I have not been at my best weight, and I know that sounds insane. In the amateurs, I fought at 146, and I literally didn't even weigh 146. I was about like 140, 141. But the way that they kept moving the weight classes around, it was just one weight class 141, and then they changed it the next year, and then it'd be such a big jump that I didn't want to struggle, cutting weight every single day for a tournament. So I've always fought up in weight. My pro debut, actually, the girl came in 22 pounds overweight. So I'm listed on my pro debut as a light heavyweight. I've never been a light heavyweight ever. But you have to do what you got to do. So right now we're going to look at 125. And I really do think that will be the best weight for me. The lowest that I've fought in the pro so far is 135. But that's just, trying to find an opponent, trying to do this, trying to do that.
Get yourself in the door.
But 125 will be the weight class that I will be competing in, and I think that will be the weight class that that I will be most comfortable in. I think I'll be a really big 125, which is you can't complain. So
that's what you want. You want to use your attributes, and you want to get one over on your opponent before you even get in the ring. You want someone to look at you and think, blimey, I've got to go against her. Do you know what I mean? You want to put the fear in before you've even thrown the first shot.
Yeah, I want people to look at me and think she's a weight bully. That's what I want. People sit there and they'll talk about people like David Benavidez, for instance, being a weight bully. I don't see nothing wrong with it. They can make the weight, let them do it. And you know what? I think it's smart. So that's what I want to be. I want to be, be able to control the weight cut, be able to do this so that I am the bigger person when we get into the ring.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as I say, I look forward to hearing your name more out there, Hailey. I think you've got that about you. You've got a real likable factor. you know, and I'll tell you, that is why Gwen has definitely picked you up. I tell you 100%, because she knows what you possess. It's got to work both ways. It's got to work for a manager to have the right fighter, but it's got to work the other way as well. And
Yes.
I just think she's building something special as well. She's getting quite a good team. You know, she's got really good fighters coming in the door as well. So, as I say, big shout out to Gwen and Hailey. I look forward to what you've got ahead of you. What's your plan for 2025? What do you want to achieve at 2025?
Oh gosh. Uh I don't even know. I really don't even know because there's such a long year ahead of you. You don't even know. I for sure, want to be able to get in, my six rounder, my 8 rounders, and start picking up the 10 rounders from there. But I guess Gwen would be more of the person that my plan for 2025.
Yeah.
Now we're just
You
looking
do
in.
your bit and she does
Yeah,
hers.
yeah. Right now we're just looking at because I had to take a little bit of time off over an injury. I'm not really going to go that much into it, but um, I'm just now going to be, getting back into it because I had to take a couple months off to be able to get myself healed, which I am healthy and I am fine and I'm great to go now. So we're going to look for, 6 rounder, March ish, and then maybe bump up to 8 rounders by April, and then just go from there. But I mean, there's no time frame or anything. I feel like I'm pretty young. I'm just 25.
Yeah,
So
all right. Rub it in. Rub it
yeah,
in.
I'm not like by the end of the year, I'm hoping to be a world champion, but I know time will tell. But I am hoping, to get, quite a bit of fights in and, build my fan base up, not just locally around me, but, worldwide or even, just throughout the United States. Um, and the biggest thing, too, is I just want, little girls to look at me and be like, okay, this girl, she doesn't look real rough. She has all her teeth. Like, if she can do it, I can do it. Boxing's not just for boys. Like, that's what I want to be, for these little girls to realize, like, it's not just for boys. Like, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. It's not just for boys. And it's so much more than just two people getting in there and punching each other in the face.
I love the fact that you just went, she's got her own teeth. That's like the second main factor. They're going there, you've got discipline, you've got your own teeth. Do you know what I mean? That's the two winners for me, that is. But Jam's jumped in, so featherweight would be best for you. We could have a cracker coming up in a few months between Sky Nicholson and Ellie Scottney, two big fighters, at 126. Who wins, Hailey? Says Jam.
Who wins out of them two?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I feel like where these girls are so much more levels above me, I feel like I shouldn't be, saying anything like, yeah. I like Scottney a lot better. I've been watching Scottney since her pro debut. I think she's a fantastic fighter. I think at the very beginning of her career, she got a little too excited and would gas herself out in the earlier rounds, a little bit faster. Scott Nicholson, she's boring to me to watch, and I know that it's not all about entertaining, because boxing is boxing. If she's smart and she can do this, and I mean, if she can make the fight slower, if she can make them easier on herself, then kudos to her. But I feel like if Scottney can just get in and just make her fight, you know what I mean, just learn how to cut off the ring and just get in, I feel like Scottney can probably.
Well, there you go. She has spoken. Hailey has spoken. Put your bets on. No, Jay. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. So true. It's all about the sweet science, the art form, says Jam. 100%.
110%. Yeah, I've had fights out there where people were like, oh my gosh, that was boring. Yeah, it was boring, but like if my jab's working and I can move left and right and they can't touch me, then it is what it is. But I just feel like, with Scottney's style, she goes in there to win it, and I don't think that she's gonna let, Sky be able to dance around the ring and do what she wants to do, like she has been able to in the past with her other previous opponents.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think just want to go back quickly to what you were saying earlier when you said, I want to be a world champion by the end of the year, when people say that and all that sort of thing. But you know what? There's opportunities out there that do present themselves. Yeah. We've seen Nina Hughes within 5 or 6 fights in the UK, fought for a world title and won it. That was within 6 fights. So the opportunities can present themselves.
I also don't want to be one of these people that get on here and I'm like, yeah, I'm you know what I mean? I don't want to sound like a jackass either.
Well,
So
you're modest. I think
yeah,
you're modest and you're real, and you know what you want to do, but there's time.
yeah,
That's the good thing, isn't it?
and that's the thing too. I'm humble, and I know that there's different levels to this. There's just different levels to the boxing game. That's it. Like there's different levels, and I truly believe in myself that I can be at the top level. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's going to be in 3 months, if it's going to be at the end of the year, if it's going to be next year or 2 years from now. That's the beauty of it. They always say you got to enjoy the journey, because once you hit to the very end, guess what? That's it. It's the very end. So I'm just excited just to get back out and, just keep working with Gwen and just see what all she can expose me to, and just to see where else and what else, what else
Yeah.
can the girl from West Virginia do, in the boxing world? Like what, like, you know what I mean? Like the sky's the limit, and that's what I'm excited for.
Well, I have to say, the girl that thought it was stupid all those years ago is now 2 fights in, 2 wins under her belt, 2 knockouts, and I honestly wish you all the best, Hailey. I think you're a really lovely person. You've got your head screwed on. You've got a good team around you. You're, growing into your own skin in the sport. You're doing it your way, and yeah, you know what? Hats off to you. I think it's really hard early on in your career to turn around and make decisions like, I know that's not right, so I'm going to wait for the right person to come along.
Yeah.
You've seen people that almost derail or fall away from the sport because of those situations, but you knew what was right, and you
Yeah.
knew that there was going to be someone that came along, and someone did. And I think you're going to go on to do great things, and you can just tell by your work ethic, the way you are with the kids at the gym, everything you're implementing, into them, you've already implemented into your own, into what you believe.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So,
that's great. Honestly, really good.
my father, Justin Pennington, he is the hardest person on me, of course, but he also, I think, he's my biggest fan, even though he ain't gonna really admit, like, yeah, I'm her biggest fan. He's my biggest critic. I know he is. But when we were going through all that stuff with those managers and all this other stuff, he basically just told me, Hailey, just unsign. We'll find your fights from now. If they can do it, then you're smart enough. You can do it. So that's what we did. And you know what? We did. Well, I got my second pro fight match by myself and got it all handled by myself. So I'm glad that, I got Gwen now to be able to do these things for me. But, that's one thing, throughout dealing with the messy managers and all this other stuff, is that I have been able to learn.
Yeah.
And I've been able to grow from there.
And you've learned quick. That's the good thing. You've learned quick.
Yeah.
You haven't got down the road in your career and gone, oh, I've gone off in this path for so long. Where you've done it, made the adjustments. And also, I've got a little bird talking in my ear. Someone's just sent me a message saying modeling, entertainment industry. I think there's things that you're not telling us as well here, Hailey. Eruption has just jumped in and said entertainment industry.
Yeah, no,
modeling.
we are looking for into that as well. I literally want to be the person that does as many things as possible. Like I said, I run a boxing gym, I coach, I box myself, and even this past weekend, I just finished promoting my first show. I just threw my first USA boxing show, and we had about 500 to 600 people there, which is awesome for USA boxing.
Yeah.
For the kids.
That's amazing.
And so now, yeah, we're looking for, entertainment, anything, anywhere I can fit in that I can maybe help, somebody else, get what they're wanting to get to. I'm their person. I'm here.
No, you're a real blessing to others. You are, Hailey. I think, the way you hold yourself, the way you are with others, I think it just shows, that people like us that are going to see people like you doing your thing. We want people like you to do well. We need more Haileys to be doing this sort of thing and spreading, positivity and love to others, because we need it at the moment. Let's be honest, we need it, and
really do. And that's what that's what I tell because we have more than just kids in the gym. We have adults, teenagers. Anybody's welcome in the gym. But that's what I tell them. At the end of the day, when you come into the boxing gym, you learn so many different things, you know, about yourself, about other people. You learn these disciplines, but not, you know, just not that though, but you create a family within that boxing gym. And,
Yeah.
you know, your family in your boxing gym is just as important as your family that you go home to at night. Like, you know what I mean? Those people, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make, you know, an impact on others' lives like other people have made on my own life, you know?
No, 100%. And yeah, Eruption has just said quickly, smart and beautiful though. There you go.
Thank
Can't
you.
ask for more than that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Hailey, honestly, absolute pleasure having you on. And like I say, I wish you all the best. Definitely stay in touch. We'll get you back on further down the road. Yeah, I hope 2025 gives you everything you deserve because, as I say, you've got everything around you. You're doing great things, and it'd just be really lovely to see, to be honest, Hailey. And I think you've got it in you to do it. So keep pushing and keep doing what you're doing. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone, Hailey?
I guess I want to say, hey, Gwen, thank you. You know, representing taking me on and doing what you do. And then also, too, I want to thank the Lexington Gym. I want to thank Coach Grade, and I want to thank Guillermo. And then also, too, you know, just my father for, you know, just always just trying to make a way, you know, just like getting me a boxing gym here just so we have somewhere to go. So I really do. I appreciate, you know, everybody that's even, you know, even if somebody even giving me a bit of advice, like, hey, throw your jab this way. You know, so just shout out to everybody that has helped me be able to get to where I am here today.
Definitely. Best women's fighter on the East Coast, says Hunter. And Warlock Boxing, salute Joel, great interview. No, so thank you very much, Hailey. And we'll have a catch up soon, and we'll see you soon. You take care, and thank you very much for your time. God bless.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.